Okay, Year 7, so welcome to a step-by-step guide on how to create a specification for your Bloc bot. So first, you need to make sure you've got the title, specification at the top of your page. Preferably, you should be using lined paper. If you're more comfortable using Word, you're more than welcome to use Microsoft Word instead. So, title, specification, and your name. I also want you to include today's date. For me, that is the 11th, but I'm sure yours will be later on in the week. Okay, so specification. We are going to use Access FM to help us create our specification. The list is on your PowerPoint slide, but I'm also going to go through it here with you. So, the first thing is aesthetics. Now this means how it looks. So, we're creating a Bloc bot based on a TV character. So, our toy is going to look like a wooden robot made out of blocks, like so. Okay, sorry, camera's a bit close. Let's see if we can fit them in. Let's just zoom out. So this is an example of what your Bloc bot will look like. Okay, so when writing what is he going to look like, I want you to think he's going to look like a wooden block robot, and he's also going to be based off a film or TV character. So right now I want you to write the word aesthetics, and I want you to write wooden block robot, and then I want you to say he's going to look like, and then I want you to choose what TV or film character you want your Bloc bot to look like. So I'm going to go Iron Man. Okay? Pause the video if you're not ready to move on. So the next thing is customer. So this is our target market. So who is our product aimed at? Who are we going to sell our Bloc bot to? So in the design brief, we are making a Bloc bot for children. So I'm going to write children aged 8 to 11. You're welcome to write the age range that you prefer. So this means that children aged 8 to 11 will like my Iron Man and Bloc bot because they have watched the Marvel films. So my customer is children aged 8 to 11 who have watched Marvel. Okay, so I'm making an Iron Man robot and hope to sell it to children aged 8 to 11 who have seen and enjoy the Marvel movies or TV series. Okay, so when you write customer, I want you to write children aged and your age range, and then who have watched, and then insert the name of the TV show or film. Pause the video if you're not ready to move on. So the next one is cost. Okay, so this is how much your Bloc bot will cost to make. It's going to cost £3.50 to make your Bloc bot. Why? Because we're using wood. We're using softwood, which is cheaper. then hardwood, but we're also going to use paint and rope, which are all cheap materials. So low cost, high quality materials. The next one is environment, which basically is asking, is your product sustainable? So we'll put, I'm going to write this as a sentence so it's easy for you guys later. My Bloc bot is sustainable because I will be using softwood instead of hardwood, full stop. I will also be using water-based paint and recycled rope. Okay, so they're all different ways that we can make our robot sustainable. After environment, we've got safety. So here you're answering why your Bloc bot will be safe for your target market. So let's get the Bloc bot back out again. So as you can see, there's no small part, like compared to my hand, he's not too small. He's not got any small parts on him, so he won't be a choking hazard. All his edges are smooth and not sharp, and if I gave him a stroke, I won't get any splinters. So, safety. My Bloc bot is safe for my target market because there's no small or loose parts which could cause a choking hazard. So no choking hazard. And he is smooth to touch, so no splinters or sharp edges. Again, you're welcome to copy these bullet points down, but you will need to write these into full sentences at the end of this video. So that's safety. Then we've got size. So size again refers to like how big or small your Bloc bot toy will be. As you can see, he nicely fits into my hand. Okay, so we might as well just go with handheld. Yeah, he's handheld size, which makes him easy to play with. So size, handheld, which means he's easy to play with, without being too heavy, or awkward to hold. You could even go, he's not too small, so then wouldn't be a choking hazard, but that would come under safety as well. Alright, so I've run out of space, so I'm going to flip over. we've only got 2 more left to do. So we've done access, and now we've got FM, which is function and materials. So, function. This refers to what your product is for. So, what's our product? It's a toy robot. So our function is a toy that's fun to play with. So here you need to explain why your toy will be fun to play with. I mean, for one thing, it's got all its arms and legs. You can make it dance. But also, your Bloc is decorated, or will be decorated, based on a TV or film character. Okay, so it's a toy that's fun to play with because he has moving parts, or she. Moving parts, and he's based on your TV or film character, so based on a Marvel character for me, and you can just put based on whatever TV or show your one will be based on. So that's its function. It's a fun toy based on a Marvel character, or mine is based on a Marvel character who has moving parts. Materials. So again, this is where we just talk about what materials we're using. It's basically repeating the same thing from cost and environment. So materials, softwood versus hardwood equals more sustainable. I'm going to use water-based paint, so it's not toxic in case like a child decides to chew it. I'm going to use recycled rope, again more sustainable. I will include a photo of these 2 pages on the next slide, so you're welcome to copy down the bullet points, but your task now is to write these out into full sentences. Where I've put Marvel character, you need to put the TV or show that you've talked about. Okay, so going back through it one more time. Aesthetics. This is what your robot will look like, your product will look like. So first off, your product is a wooden Bloc robot, and it's also based off a film or TV character, and I want you to name what film or TV character you want to design yours on. Customer. So it's based off children aged, and then I want you to put your age range in, and who, and then it's obviously children aged this age who have watched your TV or film. Cost. You just need to write this into a full sentence. It's going to cost £3.50 to make because softwood is cheaper than hardwood, and we're going to use paint and rope that is low cost but high quality. Environment. You can copy this sentence out exactly. My Bloc is sustainable because I will be using softwood instead of hardwood. I will also be using water-based paint and recycled rope. Safety. Again, write this into a full sentence. My Bloc will not contain any small or loose parts to avoid a choking hazard. My Bloc will be smooth to touch with no splinters or sharp edges. Size. Full sentence again. My Bloc will be handheld. This means it's easy to play with for my target market without being too heavy or awkward to hold. Function. Full sentence. My BlockBot is a toy that will be fun to play with. This is because he has moving parts and is based on a insert character. Finally, materials. My BlockBot will be made out of softwood, as this is more sustainable than hardwood. I will use water-based paint to decorate it because it's non-toxic to children. I will also use recycled rope as this is more sustainable than other alternatives. Any questions, send me a message on ePraise, and here is BlockBot to say goodbye.